I'm always so glad when I show up.
Yeah.
Just-
Are we still live then, right? Correct? I see the,
Correct.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting through all the screens, everybody. It's some move quick, sometimes connects quicker for some than others. I think we're just about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we're all here.
Your Honor, I'll make a motion. We go back into a special session.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Michelangelo, supported by Councilman Lamore to go back in open session. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Michael
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. So we have council items. However, we're from the session. I think council may have some additional item. Mr. Pastu, is there anything you needed to introduce? If not, I'll turn it over to council members.
No, I think at this point, have council take action.
Your Honor,
Councilman Michelangelo.
yes, based on a review of the proposed ordinance that was submitted by the special interest group relative to recreational marijuana, I'm making a motion that we decline not to accept their proposed ordinance because of its overreach relative to the number of facilities and the procedures that they're asking us to follow.
Second.
There's a motion by Councilman Michelangelo, supported by Councilwoman Germaini, to decline to adopt the proposed ordinance for reasons stated. I'm looking, Mr. Budd, see if there's anything else that's needed. I see a no.
I don't think there's anything needed, just as maybe brief introduction of the issue. So a ballot petition was submitted by a number of citizens obtained through paid collectors of signatures for that matter. And I know council has reviewed that proposed ordinance just so that it's clear what we're talking about for the establishment of a number of recreational marijuana facilities and a number of other provisions, including the application fees, review, and process that would be used as part of that proposal.
Very good. So there's a motion and a second. No further comment. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Michael
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. And I don't know if Mr. Bunce has Councilman Michelangelo.
Your Honor, I guess in regards to the fact that we declined to accept the proposed ordinance, we've also been advised by the city attorney that there may be litigation. So I am making a motion that the city council acknowledge that there may be potential litigation on this matter and that we dedicate a legal budget in order to represent the city and the city clerk in this issue.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Michelangelo, supported by Councilman Lamore, regarding recognition of potential litigation from the previous decision. Mr. Buds, I just want to see if there's anything further that you may need, knowing that it goes back to the clerk.
I apologize, Your Honor. The only thing I would say is that the anticipation is that if not certified by the clerk treasurer as a valid ballot question, that she would likely be in her official capacity the named defendant in that. It's not necessarily out of the council's decision to decline to adopt, which is a proper exercise of its discretion, but in the clerk's role, in the event that she were to decide to decline to certify that ballot question to the county, that may result in that litigation and would have the need of the potential legal budget.
Your Honor, let me rephrase the motion. That the motion is that in the event that the city clerk declines to put the proposed ordinance on the ballot, that the council recognizes there may be potential litigation, and as a result, we would allocate a legal budget to not only defend the clerk's decision, but also the city's position in this matter.
I maintain support.
Okay, so the amended motion with the additional information was by the presenter, also the second. Any other comments from council? Seeing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Michael Angeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
yes,
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
yes,
Mayor Clark.
Yeah. Um,
Your Honor,
yeah, Councilman
Okay.
Ackland.
we'll take it one step further, recognizing that this is an issue and recognizing that the voters in the city of Monroe, when they had an opportunity to vote on the issue of recreational marijuana, did pass it by a majority. I would make a motion that the city council authorize the planning commission to begin the preparation of a recreational marijuana ordinance that addresses the type of facilities that the community desires, the number of facilities, the location of those facilities in the city, and the application process needed to approve those applications.
Second.
There's a motion by Councilman Michelangelo, supported by Councilman Felder, regarding, I'd say a motion to have, say with the planning commission, move forward on a proposed ordinance. I'll leave it at that. I think everybody's clear on the motion. Any comments from council? Questions? Seeing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Michael Angeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
yes,
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
yes,
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Clerk, next item, please.
The next item is under council action, item 2820, resolution to amend city charter C47 terms of appointed office.
I know that we've had these presented to the council and through one of our previous meetings on some discussions to a work session, but Mr. Pastu, if there's any, or Mr. Buds, if there's any introduction or information at this time before council takes action.
I'll have Mr. Buds, respond to the changes from the Attorney General's office recommending.
Very good. First one, item 2820, Mr. Buds.
Yes, Your Honor. So we ended up sending the resolutions up to the governor and the Attorney General's office, and based on some of their comments, are proposing that there be, I'll say, minor revisions to those resolutions. The substance of each of them remaining the same, and I believe as part of the fact sheet, which I'm just pulling up here now, if you give me just a moment, those are described, but I will call them largely I'll say procedural language type things, and those were addressed. The Attorney General's office has been made aware of the changes that are being proposed in order to alleviate any of their concerns, and the recommendation is that that move forward with each of the three revised resolutions. If you'd like any further detail as to any of those, I'm happy to speak to them.
Thank you, Mr. Buds. I'll see if there's any questions from council for city attorney. Seeing none, item 2820 is up for council action.
Your Honor, a question. Are we making a motion on each separate issue, or is this all collectively in one?
I would think individually, but I'll defer to Mr. Buds.
Your Honor, I would agree with that. I think individually is better just from a purpose of clarity of the record as far as the adoption is concerned.
Can you?
There may be an item the council that may not support one of them too. So Councilman Michelangelo, if you
Yeah,
would.
just because this is being recorded, Matt, can you just, for the community,
verification.
tell them what each of the three are?
Yes. So on the first, that is the one before us now, is to amend the city charter, section 47, which dealt with the terms of appointed officers. This was previously approved by the council. There was, I'll say, a few extra extraneous words that were repeated, two clauses essentially that the Attorney General's office felt was not needed to be included twice, essentially. Also, they asked that it be clear that these appointed officers were to remain appointed by the city council. There was a phrase that was omitted from the earlier resolution. And finally, they wanted an addition to the resolution stating that there was nothing in the proposed amendment that would modify or change the existing term of any appointed officers. As a bit of background, the prior resolution was to essentially eliminate stated terms for the role of city attorney, chief of police, fire chief, and city engineer. Essentially, those are to serve at the will of council, which the charter already states that they serve at the pleasure of council. So in reality, just making it so that we don't have a procedural each 2 years or 1 year, and in some cases, things that have not necessarily been continuously those appointments made, rather that those appointments are made by council and continue at the council's pleasure.
Thank you.
What's number 2?
Number 2 is let me just go here so I'm in order. The eligibility for elective office, and this is where there were, I'll say, a bit more changes that the Attorney General's office requested. There was a typographical error in referring to section 35 instead of section 32. And also there was, they wanted us to more directly call out the 3 substantive changes that were being proposed to that section. The first is to reduce the age eligibility, which is stated in the charter, reducing that to age 21. The other is to eliminate references to justice of the peace and constable, since we do not have those positions acting now. And the third change is to remove a sentence requiring that a candidate be able to read and write in the English language. I think it's important that we made that proposal to the council due to some, I'll say, disabilities related issues. An individual that may not be able to read or write in English, but can still communicate despite any disabilities that they may have, to eliminate that as a requirement for that purpose. So that's the second. And then the third resolution deals with the millage rate for road and trail improvements. There was a clause that the Attorney General's office asked us to remove from the purpose statement involving designated on the ballot, which they said the language that would be on the ballot then speaks for itself further below. We had an extra of the purpose clause that they preferred to have removed when we were stating the purposes, and to list them as plural, since there were trails, roads, and a variety of other things. And while worded in the form of a question, I feel a bit like being on Jeopardy. The question mark was omitted, and so they asked that we include the question mark at the end of the ballot question. So I will say largely procedural things in that one. All good things, and it's always a pleasure to work with the Attorney General's office. They do a fantastic job in the review on short turnaround. So this is for the proposed millage for roads, sidewalks, ramps, trails, and paths, just cleaning up some of the language to comply with some of the Attorney General's concerns.
Let's see if there's any questions from council on the 3 reviews. I think that Councilman Lamore, you have your hand raised.
Just
Okay.
make the motion, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on, let's go back then. There's no items, and I'll entertain a motion on 2820. Councilman Lamore?
Yes, Your Honor. Regarding Council Action 2820, I'd like to make a motion to approve changes to the proposed charter amendment as recommended by the Attorney General's office as it pertains to C-47, terms of appointed officers, and to place the charter amendments on the November ballot.
Second.
Support.
There's a couple there. There's a motion by Councilman Lamore, supported by Councilman Felder on item 2820, the resolution amend regarding the city charter regarding terms of appointment. No further comments. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Equangeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
yes,
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next on the item of council actions 2821.
Resolution to amend City Charter C-32 eligibility for elective office.
Your Honor,
Councilman Felder.
I would move to approve the changes proposed in charter amendment as recommended by the Attorney General office as it pertains to section C-32, eligibility for elected office, and to place the charter amendments on the November ballot.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Felder, supported by Councilman Lamore on item 2821, the resolution to amend city charter regarding eligibility of elected officers. Elective office, I'm sorry. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Equangeli,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
yes,
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
Your Honor, I'll like to make a motion that we, on 2822, that we approve the resolution regarding the millage for roads and trails as revised or amended by the Attorney General's office.
Second.
The motion by Councilman Eichelangelo, supported by Councilman Lamore on item number 2822, resolution to consider charter amendment regarding the village rate roads and trails as was presented. No further questions. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Eichelangelo,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
yes,
Mayor Clark.
Yes. And Clerk, I think we have another item on the agenda as well.
We have item 2823, Lake Erie Transit request for millage election. And the cover letter from Lake Erie mentions August 4th, but in fact, we are approving this motion for their placement on the November 3rd ballot, which I will be certifying to the county clerk tomorrow if it passes today.
Thank you. Councilwoman Germaini, I think you had your hand up first.
I was going to state that the date was wrong on that letter. Thank
Oh,
you.
very good. Thank you. So I think we've talked about this at previous sessions, and knowing that this renewal millage is being asked to be placed on the ballot. Any questions or comments from council? If not, motion.
Your Honor,
Councilman Lamore.
so I'd like to make a motion regarding Council Action 2823. I'd like to make a motion to approve placement of LETC's millage language on the ballot for the November 3rd, 2020 election.
Support.
Okay, this motion by Councilman Moore, supported by Councilman Eichelangelo. Further questions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Eichelangelo,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
yes,
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next item, Clerk.
I have no further items, Your Honor.
Those council comments, I know it's a special meeting, but there's always the opportunity for council comments. I'll just go through quickly. Councilman Eichelangelo,
I'll pass, Your Honor.
Councilwoman Vining,
No comment, Your Honor.
Councilwoman Germaini,
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Councilman Lamore,
No comment, Your Honor.
Councilman Felder,
No comments, Your Honor.
and Councilwoman Whitman.
no comments.
Okay, that leads to me, and I'll just want to say thanks to the council for availability and some really, really important discussions and putting things forward. I appreciate everybody's time, the dialogue, and to see that the city's moving forward and the deliberation from everybody's input. I just want to say thank you and appreciate it very much. And the clerk and of course administration here on a Monday afternoon on a special day. Clerk, is there any citizens' comments?
There are no citizen comments.
Okay, I'll just, any final comments from our city attorney or Mr. Pasdu, just clarity. None? Okay, Vince?
None, Your Honor.
Very good. Just need a motion to adjourn then.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Moore, supported by Councilwoman Germain to adjourn. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Eichelangelo,
Yes.
Vining,
Yes.
Jermaine,
Yes.
Lamore,
Yes.
Felder,
Yes.
Whitman,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Thank you all, and we'll see everybody again soon, or well, in person, not in person, but on Zoom, at least by Monday.
Okay, see everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Good day.